statue.
Will not replace us.
My mother came from the Philippines. She came to the United States in the late 1950s. So I'm half Filipino, and the other half is some mixture of Irish, Scottish, I'm classic American mutt. I think of myself as an American, and I just assume people aren't racist. And I tend to forget that, well, some people are. And that's sort of the lesson with Trump, is I just gave him the benefit of the doubt.
These are people that if they don't like it here, they can leave.
But what he said about those members of Congress, it brought back that memory of the one time I really remember, wow, there really are people like that here. I was with my mother when I was a teenager in a parking lot in Massachusetts, when somebody said to her, "Go back to your country." Sorry. And I found that to be, and it came home to me then. This man is a racist. He is evil.
The Democrat Party is now being led by 4 left-wing extremists who reject everything that we hold dear.
He's a racist, beyond any question.
The first time I saw Trump at a rally telling the crowd that he loved them, but he also hated everybody else, when I saw him leading them in a loyalty oath, using emotions in that way, I realized that this was not politics as usual.
Raise your right hand, everybody. Do you swear that you're going to vote for Donald Trump tomorrow? Raise that hand. I love you. I love you.
He had talked about being president for many, many years with his advisor of the time, Steve Bannon, who is a white nationalist and unabashed racist. Steve Bannon considers himself a student of history, and he likes to think that he knows the cycles of history in terms of resentment and racism, and in this case, he was correct.
This is Italy in 1922. These marching men are charter members of a new Italian political party, the fascists, founded and led by a flamboyant ex-editor, ex-army corporal, ex-socialist, Benito Mussolini. His movement numbers 1 million members, including uniformed black shirts, and Mussolini successfully forces his leadership on the Italian king and people. Despite the fact that 80% of Italians still support the constitutional monarchy, his threats of violence and revolution win him the office of premier. On his first anniversary, with the aid of gunfire, kidnapping, and castor oil, he is absolute dictator.
At the time Mussolini came on the political scene in 1919, Italy was a limited democracy. People had the vote, women could vote. And Mussolini came in as a revolutionary, as a rabble-rouser, to completely shake things up. One of the most crucial moments of authoritarian capture is when traditional elites invite the authoritarian in the making into power. Fascism was a very violent movement. The political establishment, these traditional conservatives, were so frightened of the continuation of the violence that they actually invited him to become prime minister. He was invited into the office, and they thought that he could be contained and he would kind of do their dirty work, and then they could control him. And tragically, that was not to be.